Hi, and welcome to Coffee with Claire. In my latest book, Spirit-Fed Entrepreneur, we encourage people to get out of their heads and into their hearts and to show up to do exactly what they are put on this earth to do. And that's kind of a tough challenge because a lot of times we have that little voice inside of our head that's telling us, you can't do something, or maybe it's even an external kind of a conversation from a parent or from a husband or from a wife that says, you really shouldn't do that. And a lot of times that shouldn't comes from them being scared, them being skeptical, or maybe even sometimes being a little bit jealous of what you're doing. But what you really want to do is hold true to what resonates inside your heart. Your gut knows what you're here to do. And the word should actually makes you wrong. And so one of the things that I would like to challenge you to do this week is to think about that word should, and think about where you hear that word and in what context do you hear it, and are you saying should to other people? And when you hear yourself say that, stop. Are you trying to control the conversation? Are you trying to control that other person? And if those two are the cases, then maybe you need to reevaluate the conversation as a whole, because that person is only going to be judged at the end by themselves. And so when we say should, what we're doing is we're placing judgment on somebody, and no one should place judgment on you but you, if you're a law-abiding citizen. So my challenge for you this week is to really listen to conversations and see where you are with that word should. And just report back to us on Coffee with Claire on our Cool Beans blog segment. I'd love to know your feedback. I'd love to know how you feel as you're understanding that word should and how it pops up for you in your vocabulary. And then we can all work together as a team on the blog to get great ideas about how to twist that into something different. As you know, every show we have dynamite, upbeat guests that are wonderful business owners as well as give back to the community while remembering to have fun. And so today I am so excited to welcome Shelby Miles to our show. Welcome, Shelby.
Yay!
And Shelby is an author, a coach, and a speaker, and her talents are very unique in the fact that she's also a psychic medium. And so I'd love for Shelby to share with you a little bit about what she does as well as how she got into her profession. So welcome, Shelby. Thank you for being
welcome.
here. Yes, round of applause for
Round
Shelby.
of applause. Yee! Okay.
So, what you do is so unique. Can you explain in a really short amount of time, kind of a little bit about how you got into it, and not the long
Right.
story, but the short version about, how you started just even understanding that this was a gift that you had.
Well, basically, I think I kind of go with a lot of people out there in the masses where you always felt like you were different. Mm-hmm. And it was back in 2011 when I realized I was really different, and I was doing a spiritual forgiveness journey, and several months later, I was basically activated in a lucid dream with a lot of energies. That's the easiest way for me to describe it without sounding cray-cray. However, if you want the full version, okay, and so basically when that happened 2 weeks later, I was channeling people that had crossed over to the other side, the dead people, which they're really not dead. So from that journey, it just began the psychic part, the medium part, the hands-on healing part, and it just escalated from there. And now here I am.
And what's really cool about Shelby is that she helps people through a lot of situations that are somewhat sticky or anxiety-ridden. And so she's got ways to really calm you down and help you get to the root of the situation. So can you tell them a little bit about how you work with anxiety and what anxiety even is?
Okay. The word anxiety, I learned a few days ago before this taping. Be careful what you put out there. Be careful what you manifest. So when I was going down the road of, let me really discover what this word anxiety is, Well, I had that issue trying to find the dress I was going to wear for this broadcast. Yes, I totally and completely learned anxiety and how much I need to start working out again. And that I don't really know how to do makeup. I just know how to do everyday makeup. And so okay, so anxiety. Anxiety in my version is trying to how do I describe this? Okay, let me channel myself. Okay, real time. This is how I connect into people. Okay. Anxiety is having an expectation of how you think you're supposed to be instead of being how you are.
I love that.
That was so good, and I don't know if I'm going to remember that.
It's okay, it's on tape.
I'm a psychic, a channel, the channel. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, that's what.
So what I love about what you just said is that I truly believe in showing up authentically and showing
Yes.
up the way that you're supposed to be, or the way that you truly are rather than the way you're supposed to be. I mean, that's really what our Spirit-Fed Entrepreneur book is all about. It's about following your heart and not necessarily what everybody else says that you're supposed to do. And when you do that, it's brilliant. I mean, that's when the entire world shifts
Yes.
because you are really who you're supposed to be.
So let's go back to the outfit.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. So I know out there a lot of people, they know the word psychic, they know the word medium, shaman, all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of energy around when someone is in the spiritual world that they're all like, ooh, that person must be really special. They can connect up to spirit. I bet they sit like this all day. Okay, and
you don't?
You don't. No, I don't. Do you? Oh, I know stories. Okay, I do, but I really don't. And I think the hardest thing that I had to learn was when I call them the energies. We're all connected to this universal consciousness of energy. And I described to a client the other day, I said, imagine that you take your fist, you put your hand into a fist. That is your energy center. That's your energy ball. And then around that, we'll put it in her mug. Okay. If you put your fist inside of this coffee mug, this becomes your avatar, which is our human body. But the energy is sitting inside of that avatar. And the energy is actually the brain, which is the name of one of my books. However, what people are really trying to come to an understanding with today is how the energy is actually guiding their lives. Because we think that we're guiding our lives from the human brain, but it's actually the energy in our chakra system that's guiding us. And that energy has tons and tons of information from where it's traveled, across all time, space, different dimensions, different lives, whatever. I mean, it could be, we're picking stuff up here today, and if your immune system of that energy isn't built high, you'll feed that in. And there's different levels to how you can connect in, but where I work with my clients is going inside of their energy system and figuring out, who are you really as an energy? We have a personality, but where are you in the evolution of your energy so you can really step into the personality? So here came the outfit story. And so I was thinking, okay, who was I before all of this activation happened? I've always been like bubbly and fun and all that, but there's always been also a level of insecurity behind it. So I kind of went, but where was my clothing items before I got activated? And I went, well, I did have a lot of color. So why do I have a lot of black in my closet? Like, am I at my own funeral for the last 3 years? I mean, I do love black. It's very slimming. And so when I went shopping for an outfit, because I wanted to, it was just a reason to buy an outfit. Okay.
Always good reason to go shopping.
I know, and your outfit looks great, by the way. And your hair is fabulous.
All right, I'll pay you later.
Okay, good, thanks. Anyway, so I need to drink this. But anyway, I had the worst time trying to find this outfit. That's where the anxiety started. because I'm so sensitive. You can call the word empath. If anyone's familiar with the word empath, it's where you feed off the energies of other people and you can feel those sensitivities. But what you're really trying to do is not feel other people so much and feel yourself connected into the divine energies. So I started from empath, but then I went to a real sensitive where I can connect higher up into my own higher self. So when I was shopping for this outfit, it was ridiculous. I was trying on, I went to all these different stores, and in my head I was like, oh, I have to get this outfit because this one will look a little bit more hip and cool, but if I get this one, then I look really professional. But if I get this one over here, and then I started trying on all these outfits, and I promise you my body was expanding with each outfit because I was trying on sizes that I'm not that size. But my body became that. Like, I picked a size 12. Let me just tell you this. I picked up a size 12, and I went, I know I'm not a size 12. Why am I trying on a size 12? Well, my body expanded to a size 12. I call that shape-shifting. And so just to find a simple dress, I went through, I even told my fiance, I said, I think I've gone through every activation of every culture, every eating disorder one could have, every body image issue by finding one dress. So I told him, I said,
that's very
anxiety-ridden. Very anxiety-ridden. I said, this is the worst shopping experience ever. Can I just go buy a dress? And I went, no, of course I can't, because I'm picking up the energies for today. So the viewers, whoever's watching, is going to receive the energy that is being given out, and it will actually affect them, even though we're just sitting here having a good time talking about some stuff. And so when it finally came to this dress, do you know the fruit stripe gum?
Yes.
Have you eaten the fruit stripe gum?
I chewed it. I don't swallow it.
Oh, okay. Do you remember the I am not going to go there. Do you remember the packaging of the fruit? Okay. Very flavorful and colorful, just like you, Claire. Here's the fruit stripe. And no, you cannot eat me. Although I am very tasty and flavorful in my energies that I carry. Okay?
Julie noted, thank you.
Right. And that's what I'm saying, is that people get so attracted to the energy. They get attracted, like people come up and go, oh, I just want to hang out with you or whatever. And I have to remind myself, okay, I know I'm a nice person and I can have fun, but you're really attracted to the energy. Because the energy is fruitful. The energy is fun. The energy is tasty. It's like coffee. When you have, your first sip of coffee and you want another sip. Because there's something about the coffee that you engage in. And so it's the same thing with energy systems. So what I was saying earlier today to somebody was, I looked at my fiance and I went, oh, good, let me check my dress. Okay, I've got the red color, so that's the root chakra. That's my first chakra, got that covered. Okay, the second chakra, is the yellow, so that's the pleasure center. I got that one covered. Okay, then I've got, so I went through all the chakra colors and I went, okay, this is the dress.
Yeah, you pretty much have them all.
I do.
Yeah.
So I'm grounded.
Awesome.
And that's what I'm saying is the anxiety was I was trying to keep up with the Joneses. That was the experience I had, to wear something that I thought would be nice on TV, that would look cool and hip, instead of going, wait a minute, Shelby, this is who you are. You're a spiritual being. You're going to channel whatever you need to channel for those people out there, for you who's watching the show today. Because that's what people are wanting. And so I went, buy the dress. So I did.
So
my fruit stripes. What do you say to that? I don't even know if I answered the question, but somewhere I got there.
Well, we were talking about anxiety.
Oh, okay,
so
good.
We did get
I was anxious in telling the story.
To live your experience of your anxiety through your shopping. So, one of the things that I think people would be real interested in, if you feel like you might be able to have a little bit of time to do, is to show them a little bit of what you actually do when you're working with clients. Would you feel comfortable kind of demonstrating what you do?
Sure.
Okay. So,
what do you want me to do?
I would like for you to...
I think I just did it to myself.
Well, you did.
Always point the finger back to you, because it's all about you.
enough about me. What do you think about me?
I love you.
Love you too, Shelby. So, maybe you could demonstrate what, if a caller was to call you up and say, hey, Shelby, I'd like to have a session, what would like a small snippet of a session look like? I mean, could you maybe do a little bit of a reading on today and our experience here, or what's been going on with me, with the show, or anything like that, just to kind of...
Well, there we go. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I did. There's a big shift right there.
So there's the cough. Okay. So that was me bringing in the energy. So and notice how I just totally shifted my personality. Okay. So that was me feeling the energy, and my body literally went down. Okay. Because I was real high up there when I was talking a minute ago. So now I just kind of grounded into my body. And so what I'm picking up, and I'm looking over here because this is where the energy's at. Okay, so this is me going into trance.
Right.
Okay, not going high up in spirit, but now I'm going into trance. So, and my eyes going back and forth is me being able to read the energy. So, so basically with the show, of what I'm seeing with the show is going to be, grounding is the word that I keep hearing, okay, which is why my body dropped. So that's why I was paying attention to that. So whoever the viewers are out there, I feel like I want to start crying. And there's one person in particular that I'm starting to channel that's being fed out there in collective consciousness that is going to watch this show and go, oh my gosh, this is like the next Oprah version of stuff, but it's making sense to them in this dimension of time because it's hitting them at just the right time. So there's no coincidences when people come across your show because they're looking for that vibration. They're looking for that energy. So, and I just got chicken skin on that. My hands got really cold. So the show is going to be really, really grounding. And what I need to ask you is, are you okay with it being very explosively huge? And can I say I knew you win?
Yes and yes.
Okay. Good. All right. Because if not, I was going like, I'm going to rethink this, Claire.
Exit stage right.
Okay. Exit stage right. Oh, I don't know my right. Oh, yes, I do. That's right brain. Okay, psychic. I do.
There you go.
Yeah. And so, and there's this gentleman that's out there that's coming in that's also going to be a big backing behind the exposure of what it is that you're giving. And just to let you know specifically is I am guided where I'm supposed to be. So when I say the word spirit, it's the energies that are leading me where I need to go. And because I know I'm very aligned with where I go in my path, I don't just show up somewhere for no reason. Everywhere I show up, there's a reason that I'm there. And so for you and whatever this platform is that is expanding and the amount of viewers that are coming into that, I'm just looking at you going, are you sure you're ready? Because it's coming.
Okay, I'm ready.
Of course she's ready. She's on TV now. Okay? I mean, you know how hard it is to get here? So anyway, I'll just be like, I knew her when. But anyway, okay, see, now I'm coming out of the energy. You see how that just happened? Okay, so now that was me coming out of that specific energy. And for people that don't know who a lot about my background is I'm a teacher by trade. So I taught school for 11 years. So when the energies came into me, I will naturally teach the energies to other people. So I can shapeshift in and out of that energy.
So is this something that you can do with a lot of people at the same time, or is this a one-on-one kind of a thing?
Oh, the more the merrier.
Oh, yeah? So you're okay with group settings and things like that?
Yes. And my big platform where I'm headed is to be able, well, you know Teresa Caputo, Long Island Medium, where she can use her... Not personally, but you know of her.
Yes.
Yeah, I went and saw her. Oh, she's so fabulous. She's really good.
Imagine you two in the same room.
Oh, my gosh! We wouldn't shut up. We really wouldn't. And I love her because she specifically works just the ones that have crossed over. Whereas with me, my specific gill set.
You're a
I
fish
must be a
now.
fish.
You are a Pisces.
I am a Pisces.
Yes.
I do swim. So my particular skill set is being able to work all the energy in the room. So whoever's in the room if I know I have the platform, so to speak, and I start running that energy, I will pick up whatever the whole collective consciousness of the room is working, and then just through my verbal storytelling or whatever it is that I start channeling, all of that energy will go out and into the whole room, and then those people will receive that energy for whatever they need to use it for. So, motivational speaking, public speaking, whatever the case may be, and that's where I'm moving, but I still do have my personal private clients where I do the one-on-one coaching if they're more specific.
And how can they find you? How can they get a hold of you to be able to schedule an opportunity to meet with you?
Oh, my website.
Okay, which is?
www. I just have to say that because we all know it's www. TheTexasPsychicMedium.com. So you do have to type in the word or you can just Google Shelby Miles and it'll pop up. And can I just tell y'all out there, make sure you spell the word psychic right. Because a lot of people don't know how to spell the word psychic. But
so maybe they should Google psychic before they,
Psychic.
Awesome.
Because I was not good at physics. It's psychic.
Well, Shelby, thank you so much for being here today.
Are we done?
It was I know time flies when you're having a good time, but we'll have you back. How's that?
Okay, good.
Okay,
yes.
So, all right, well, our next section is, of course, Follow the Fun. And this time we have Joe Carino, who is the CEO of AJ DJ. We're all so busy. Now, how do you balance fun with responsibility at work?
Fun with responsibility at work. Well, since I'm an IT consultant, I like to bring fun to technology because it's something that most people get stressed out about. So a lot of times the metaphors I use or the explanations I give my clients are usually comical and whimsical and explaining how a computer might work and how a hard drive works so that they know where their files are stored and stuff like that. And just making sure that technology doesn't become a crutch for people, that it's more of something that makes their life easier.
So what are some of the fun things or fun aspects about growing your business?
Growing your business. I think the most favorite thing for me about growing a business is meeting the new people and getting to the point where you understand their struggles and their challenges in their personal world with the specific business that they run, and using your experience from other situations with that client and taking that experience to all the other different avenues that it might help them.
So what advice could you give someone that might be struggling right now as to how to keep it fun?
Struggling now and how to keep it fun. I would say don't be so serious. Just put your best foot forward, be yourself, get to know the person you're working with, and just let yourself shine through and let the rest of the stuff just work itself out.
So tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, like I said, we're an IT consulting company. We represent about 60 businesses here in the Metroplex. It's myself, my partner, and we've got another person that works with us. And we focus on medium to small businesses, so anybody who's got a company that's got around 50 computers or less would be kind of our niche. And we do everything from network support, desktop support, server, and if it's anything, we pretty much can support it all. But a lot of times some services we may outsource because things like email or website hosting is real specialized. And we like to keep our focus on support and consulting and helping you as the client run your business better and have technology work for you and getting the return on your investment when you spend money on technology.
So if you had a happy dance or a happy stance, what would it look like?
A happy dance or a happy stance? I'd have to, what is the new one everybody's doing right now? Can I get it backwards? Oh, yeah, that one.
And now it's time for The Percolator. The Percolator segment is about taking action steps towards your dreams. In these short segments, we will give you basic foundational skills to help you achieve those dreams step by step.
Thanks, Claire. And thank you for joining our segment. It's a pleasure to be your host, to share the 7 must-have strategies with you as you consider starting your own business. Let's talk about those 7 strategies. We've discussed the first 2. The next 5 are sales, pricing, how to find them, how to deliver, and customer satisfaction. Claire introduced sales. I wanted to give you some questions that you need to answer. Each sales cycle, as we call it, the difference between when you start and when you actually get paid, each sales cycle is different for each product. So first you need to understand what that product is. And then the real issue, it sounds simple, but you really have to identify and define who will buy it. The key is not who will buy it. The key is who will pay for it. That's what you have to think about. Who will sell it? Again, sounds simple, but you have two options. You can sell it direct, take the time, take the effort, sell it to individuals, sell it to customers, sell it to friends, families, whatever. Or you can sell it to someone who's going to sell it to someone. That's called a reseller. They're going to resell your product. The key to that is the availability of the time to sell. If you have the availability and your product sets, it's individual. If you think you can sell it to more people quicker, that's a reseller. How many can I sell? That is 100% dependent on who your customer is. If it's an individual, you're only going to sell one at a time, maybe a couple for gifts or something like that if it's a product that you're making or anything like that. With a reseller, they're going to make that decision. They're going to resell more. They're going to resell to more customers than you can get to. So therefore, it's truly dependent on who your customer is. What can they buy instead of me? We've heard this before. We'll hear it again. Why buy from me? Again, we've always talked about what and who can buy. Now this starts the process of price. Because you have to consider they are going to buy something. You need to determine how they buy you. In our next segment, price will be a key determiner in your sales cycle. And there you have it. It's the third strategy. I look forward to sharing the next 4 with you over the coming weeks. Think about sales and what you've learned in prior segments and how to package the sales with what you've learned about messaging and value, because that's what you are selling, the messaging and the value. It can be a great, fast start to your success. For more in-depth information on today's segment, go to coffeewithclaire.tv, click on the e-learning button. Coffee with Claire e-learning is sponsored by my coach site. We look forward to helping you learn more about the 7 strategies and today's sales segment. So, hopefully you're excited. Now what? Work it. I hope we've been helpful. Please join us for the next session, the 4th must-have strategy. As always, enjoy Coffee with Claire.
All right, so what's on your mind? Share it with us with coffeewithclaire.tv on the Cool Beans blog site. And remember your homework for this week. Think about that word should. Just be aware. And if you find yourself using it, stop. Think about the context of the conversation and move it forward in a different way. Thanks again for being here. And remember to follow the fun. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Hi, I'm Bob Michelle, General Manager, My Coach Site. We're extremely pleased to be a sponsor for Coffee with Claire. We're especially excited to be able to participate in and contribute in providing e-learning capabilities for Coffee with Claire, the show segments, plus additional opportunities to learn more for e-learning site members. You'll hear more about that directly from Claire. From the My Coach Site team, enjoy the learning And as always with Claire, have fun.